Hello everyone. So we will be dealing with class 12 NCERT chapter 3 human reproduction. So in human reproduction we will be discussing about the male reproductive system. Okay. So what is human reproduction? It is the process of giving birth to a young ones. So what are the steps which is involved in human reproduction? The first one is formation of gametes, which is gametogenesis. So the male gamete is your sperm and your female gamete is your ovum. Okay, so female gamete is your ovum and this is sperm. Okay, so now the formation of gamete, which is known as gametogenesis. Okay, and then after that there is a transfer of the sperms into the genital tract, that is known as insemination. The transfer of the male gametes into the female gametes, so that is known as insemination. And then the next step is fertilization, where there is a fusion of the male gamete and the female gamete, which is leading to the zygote formation. And this is followed by formation and development of blastocyst and its attachment to the uterine wall, which is known as implantation. And then we have gestation, which is the embryonic development, and there is a delivery of baby, which is known as parturition. Okay, so these are the various steps, which is the gametogenesis, then we have insemination, we have fertilization, implantation, gestation and parturition. So these are the 6 main steps which is involved. Okay, now next coming to the male reproductive system. So when we talk about the male reproductive system, this male reproductive system has testes along with accessory ducts, glands and external genitalia. Okay, so when we talk about male reproductive system, so we are talking about the testes, and this testis is situated outside the abdominal cavity and it is within a pouch called as scrotum. This pouch is known as scrotum, and the scrotum is helping to maintain the low temperature of the testis, which is 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius lower than the normal internal body temperature, which is necessary for spermatogenesis. So in adults, the sperm is 4 to 5 centimeter in length and 2 to 3 centimeter in width. This particular testis is covered by dense covering. So it is covered by dense covering, which is known as testicular lobules. So here inside the testis, if I see, there are some lobules which are present, testicular lobules which are present, and here you have an highly coiled structure. Okay, so these particular highly coiled structure, there is testicular lobules, and each lobule contain the seminiferous tubules. So this is seminiferous tubules. This is seminiferous tubule. Okay, so from here, in which the sperms are produced, each seminiferous tubule has a lining of 2 types of cells. One is the male germ cells. So each seminiferous tubules, they have 2 kinds of cell. So one is the male germ cell and other is the Sertoli cell. Sertoli cell is going to provide nutrition, whereas this male germ cell will be providing the sperm, or that will be forming the sperm. Okay, so now the region outside the seminiferous tubules, there is an interstitial space, and this interstitial place, it contains blood vessels and interstitial cells, or it is Leydig cells. It is having Leydig cells. Okay, now these Leydig cells, they can synthesize and secrete the testicular hormones. The male sex accessory duct, which includes retitestis, vas efferentia, epididymis and vas deferens. So now what happens in the seminiferous tubules? We will have the formation of the lining. There is a lining that we got, and here in the seminiferous tubules of the testes, they open into the vas efferentia. So when they open into vas efferentia, it is from here it is going through the retitestes, opening to vas efferentia, and then to the epididymis. Okay. So this epididymis, it leads to the vas deferens, and that ascends to the vesicles which is present and opens into the urethra as an ejaculatory duct. So there is an ejaculatory duct, and these ducts store and transport the sperm and the testes from the testes outside through the urethra. So from here through the vas deferens, it will enter into the ejaculatory duct, which will join with the urethra. Okay, which will join with the urethra, and the urethra origins from the urinary bladder and extends through the penis to the external opening called as urethral meatus. Okay, so this is what the male gonad is, the testis. Okay, that is a male gonad. Fine. Now the penis, it is the external genitalia which is present, and it is made up of specialized tissues that helps in erection of the penis to facilitate insemination. See, this enlarged end of penis, this is known as glans penis, and it is covered by loose folds of skin called foreskin. The male accessory glands, which include seminal vesicle, prostrate and paired bulbourethral glands. So they have a secretion. They have a secretion of fructose, calcium, and certain enzymes. These helps in the lubrication of penis. So I will once more explain this with the help of a diagram. Okay. So if we see here, then we have here the testis. So here the testis is there, which the outer covering is the scrotal sac or the scrotum. Okay, so what is happening here? We have the testicular lobules which is there. So here we have the testicular lobules, the lobules that are there, and inside this coil structure, this coil structure is your seminal vesicle. This coil structure is your seminal vesicle. Okay, so this seminal vesicle, through the reta testis, it will go and push into vas efferentia. It will go into the vas efferentia. From the vas efferentia, these will get stored in the epididymis. So this is the epididymis where the sperms are being stored, and then it is released to the vas deferens. So this is happening here. Then it is released into the vas deferens, and it will move through the seminal. There will be seminal vesicle that will be also giving out the fluid. So this sperm will get into the ampulla, and it will meet and it will join with the urethra that is coming out of the urinary bladder. Okay, so it is coming out of the bladder, and then it will join with the urethra. And here you can see that ejaculatory duct is also there, which is coming and joining. Also we have the bulbourethral glands. Okay, so all these bulbourethral glands, prostrate glands, so these glands, they are going to secrete some mucus that is helping in the lubrication of the urethra, the penis. So whatever I said you, that the sperm that is passing through the vas deferens will move to the ejaculatory duct and will meet with the urethra and pass through the penis. Okay, so clear about it? Thank you.